I'm going to get in trouble if I call. I'll let you call.
Yeah.
All right. Walter McSherry's already standing up. Walter?
My question is simple one. If in fact the Republican National Convention meeting in Cleveland in the coming year deadlocks and has to search for a compromise candidate, if the presidential nomination is offered to you, will you accept it?
Yes, sir. Mr. McSherry, you deserve better. The country deserves better, and I cannot afford the alimony. This is what we do have to sort out, and I think Scott Walker's record is interesting. I would have enjoyed hearing him stay in the race. He won in it's really not even a purple state. It's a blue state except for him and a handful of others. So he dropped out. I mean, you're seeing governors of pretty successful states drop out, whereas other folks who maybe don't have that background are staying in. I mean, that's up for y'all to decide. One reason I don't endorse is because I get to represent people who follow politics just as closely as I do. You don't need me to tell you who to vote for. But I will tell you this. I have had a bird's eye view for the last 5 years of the power of the executive branch. Yeah. And so I have this conversation from time to time with my father. Unfortunately, it's usually at holidays and people don't enjoy the conversation. But when we get tired enough of losing, then I think we are going to find a candidate that can win the White House for us again. And what I mean by that is I know I'm not going to get a candidate I agree with 100% of the time. There is no candidate. I am as close to this guy as anybody in the House. And I can name 10 votes where we cast different votes. I'm not going to get somebody I agree with all the time.
You were wrong most of those times.
Ben Carson said this. We were together at a conference in Houston. Ben Carson said, you should have a member of Congress that you agree with 80% of the time, because that's how close you are to your member of Congress. You should have a U.S. senator that you agree with 70% of the time, because it's a bigger state. Charleston may not see the same thing the upstate sees. If you get a president that you agree with 65% of the time, you better hold on to him or her. That's Ben Carson saying that, who's the consummate outsider. So we got to figure it out. We do have an opportunity. We have an opportunity in 2016 because of a sluggish economy, a feckless foreign policy, and potentially a weakened candidate on the other side. So we better pick smart.